great stories this week. Think about them. We've had a bee's life and a log's life. Both books have a lot of facts. This kind of writing is called descriptive writing. Let's say that together. Descriptive. This week we'll write descriptive sentences that teach somebody something. We know that authors write sentences, and each sentence needs a subject, and each sentence needs a predicate. The subject is the person or the animal that the sentence is mostly about. The predicate tells what the people or animals do. So over here we have a list, right? There's subjects and there's predicates. Let's decide what each one is, okay? Queen bees, is that a subject or a predicate? It's a subject, right? It's a person or an animal or a thing. Buzz to flowers. That's telling what a subject could do, right? So that's definitely a predicate. Runs the hive. That's telling what a subject could do, so I'm going to put it in my predicate red box. Bees. That is a subject. It is a person, an animal, or a thing, so I'm putting it in my subject box. Lays eggs. That's telling what a subject could do, so it's going in the predicate box, right? Because it's a predicate. Get nectar. Something you can do, so it's a predicate, so it's going in my predicate box. And then make honey. That's something you can do, so it's going in my predicate box. Okay? So, over here we have two subjects, queen bees and bees, and then we have a bunch of predicates. Now we know that we can make any sentence that we want by taking any subject and any predicate and putting it together. Now some sentences that we make might be funny when we combine some of these because they might not really actually be true or make sense, right? Alright, so let's make some sentences. Let's start with our subject, queen bees. I'm going to put it down on my subject line. Buzz to flowers. Okay, so there's my subject and my predicate. Now my sentence needs to be a really good sentence by having a capital letter, which it does. But then I need to end my sentence with a period, right? Alright, now let's read our sentence. Queen bees buzz to flowers. Is that a real sentence? No, that is kind of silly, isn't it? Because the queen bees don't actually buzz to the different flowers. They do what? They stay in the hive, right? So that is a silly sentence, and we don't want that sentence, right? So we're going to put it right here. Queen bees buzz to flowers. Let's try runs the hive. Queen bees runs the hive, or a queen bee runs the hive. So that doesn't make sense. We need to take that as what? Queen bee runs the hive. Does that make sense? It does. That's a good sentence. So I'm going to write it out all the way. Okay. And I'm going to start with this. Queen bee. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish my sentence, runs the hive. So that's one good sentence we got, okay? Queen bee runs the hive. I'm going to put it in this little blue box right here. Is this a good sentence? All right, let's change the predicate again. Let's change it to lays eggs. Queen bee lays eggs. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? The queen bee does lay eggs. Okay, so that's another good sentence. Queen bee lays eggs. Queen bee lays eggs. There's my period, my capital letter. That's another good sentence. I'm going to put it in my good sentence box because it makes sense and it has a subject and a predicate. Let's change our subject to bees. Okay? Here's bees. Let's choose a different one. Get nectar. Okay? Make my G sit down on the line like it's supposed to. There we go. All right, bees get nectar, and there's my period. It would be better if this was closer over here, so let's drag it over. Okay, capital letter, period, subject, predicate. Man, that's a good sentence, and it even makes sense. Bees get nectar. All right, so let's put that into our good sentence box. There's our subject, bees get nectar. Okay, and there's a period. Bees get nectar. That's another good sentence. Let's see if we can make one more good sentence. Okay, bees make honey. That's a great sentence. Bees make honey. There's a capital letter, it ends with a period, and it makes sense because bees do make honey. So let's do that one too. Let's add that, and then let's choose a sentence to write about this week. Bees make honey. Okay, now these are 4 good sentences. We probably could have made some more even if we would have tried. Okay, but those are some good ones for us. So I'm going to move all this out of the way. And now I have 4 good sentences. I have queen bee runs the hive, queen bee lays eggs, bees get nectar, bees make honey. Okay, so we have 4 good sentences, and we can use these sentences to teach people things that we've learned about bees. Now, I am really interested in the queen bee, so I would want to teach people about the queen bee. Okay, so I'm going to pick one of my sentences that has queen bee as the subject. I'm going to choose queen bee lays eggs. Okay, that's the sentence I want to use. Queen bee lays eggs. Now, read it with me. Queen bee lays eggs. Read it again. Say it with me. Queen bee lays eggs. Say it one more time. Queen bee lays eggs. Now, I want to try to write this sentence. I'm going to say queen bee lays eggs, and I'm going to figure out how many words are in this sentence. Count with me. Queen bee lays eggs. I counted 4. Did you get 4? There are 4 words in this sentence, so I'm going to draw 4 lines. Okay? That way I know to write a word on each line and I won't forget any words. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now I have a line for every word for my sentence. Okay? The first line on the bottom, right here, now I'm going to know that that is the first word in my sentence. Okay? I've got spaces in between each word because I need spaces between my words. And then I know that I'm going to need a period, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and draw my period now so I don't forget it after my last word. Okay? Now, what's my first word? Queen. Queen is my first word. What's the first sound you hear in the word queen? Quah, quah, quah. That's cute. Okay? Queen. All right, what's my next word? Bees. What's the first sound? B, b. What says b? Bee. Good job. Bees. My next one, queen bees queen bee. We didn't say bees, we said queen bee. Okay, so now we've got queen bee. What's my next word? What needs to go here? Queen bee lays. What's the first sound? Oh, all right, so I'm gonna write L. What else do you hear? Oh, A. Oh, that's an A. Oh, A. That's an S. And in fact, lays has a little Y in it too. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and write that out. Queen bee lays. And then what's my last one? Eggs. What's the first sound? Eh, eh. Ooh, that's an E. G. S. All right, and now I have my sentence. I went word by word, and then I heard the sounds, and I put them on each line. Okay? Queen bee lays eggs. Read it with me. Queen bee lays eggs. Read it with me again. Queen bee lays eggs. Let's read it one more time. Queen bee lays eggs. Now I want you to say the sentence at home by yourself. Say it out loud right now. Did you say queen bee lays eggs? Great job. All right, now today we worked as the authors, right? So we made the subject. We wrote queen bee lays eggs. It has a subject and a predicate. We have a capital letter, and we even have a period at the end, don't we? Now you're going to be the illustrator, okay? I want you to read the sentence out loud that we have on the paper. It'll be on your seesaw assignment. And then I want you to draw the picture to match the sentence. Do your best work so that I know exactly what you've drawn.